Morning. This is Nita, Miss Panda, who's way up the hill. She's on survey. And the chickens in there way down there scratching. With the timepiece garden. Sorry about the little cough. I'm still having some allergy issues. It's also why I'm out here first thing this morning. It's going to be insanely hot this afternoon. We're supposed to be like high 90s with a heat index of over 100. And I still have those moments where I have to get something done every day. So while I can breathe in the morning, I need to DR my hill. It's gotten out of hand and crazy and overgrown to the point that I can trance through it all and get to the pears and tie something down, but I'd rather walk easily and gently and see where the snakes are. To do that, I gotta trim it back. So it gets to be number one today. I'm gonna start with that hill. If I'm still feeling well, I will do this section over here. Panda's got a path where she runs up the hill. Make it 3 foot wide versus 6 inches wide. Yeah, and then maybe come on over and do my, where the road meets into the ravine, so on down the line where the coyotes travel up so I can see where they're at. That's the thought process. So, I don't know how much I'm going to get done. I'm going to go until my allergies tell me that I'm done. So, I will talk to you later. Alrighty. Whew. Alright, started about 2.5 hours ago. We got the trimmer. You can see there's a big swath just trimmed down. And that goes up to the pear tree, around that tree, and then comes back down at that pear tree. Big old walking path. It's quite obvious where the tall stuff is and where the tall stuff is no longer. It also goes behind that tree and comes back down that way. That is where Panda likes to run up and down the hill, chasing anything that wants to come down the hill. That's the easiest way for me to say that. I also did the driveway, so it's not, the grass is just not at the edge, but it's 3 foot off the edge. Whew. There's the hummingbird. He's at the gladiolas. Now he's over at the crocosmia. And now he's gone. Oh, no, there he is. Now he's gone. Hopefully you got to see him. Yeah, there's a reason why I have wildflowers. Echinacea, gladiola, crocosmias in a central area like that. We see each other all the time. And I like the fact that I can share them with you. Anyway, so we're all trimmed up. Things that does. When the sun goes behind the trees on this side, it makes sense this mountain gets shaded before the yard ever gets shaded. And trimming all the brush back gives Panda an opportunity to go out, go for a walk, handle her business, not be in the tall grass, not pick up a bunch of ticks. To do her thing. Allows me to do my thing. Pruning, I need to go check the trees. And we're going to talk about that one in just a second because I got to go get the pruning shears. But the easiest way to say that is this is the summer solstice. This is the longest day of daylight. It's truly the next day you need to prune. So when you have a tree, let's see if I can zoom in on it, like my pears. I don't know if you can see it. Now, anyway, I've got a branch that's shooting straight up. Yeah, I can't zoom in well enough for you to see it, but there's a branch that's shooting straight up off of right there. And it's got to come off because that's what it wants to do. At the height of light, it wants to grow up, and we don't want it to grow up. We want it to grow left and right, so I got to prune that off. And what that'll do is that'll force the tree to put the energy into the left and right branches, not into the up branches. And when you do that is at the summer solstice. It's the easiest way for me to say that. So, now that I have all the grass pruned back and I can see that there's no copperheads and no timber rattlers or no other rattler snakes up there, that's actually the next chore. And then we'll be done for the day because it'll be lunchtime and it's going to get insanely hot after lunch. And the only reason why I'm going to get it done today is because if you notice, I'm still in shade. Those trees are still giving the pears a little bit of shade. So, let me get on and get busy. Talk to you in a few. Alright, there you go. Now you can see it. See how he's just going straight up. and he's not allowed. He's coming off, and then there's 2 others right there that are coming off. So he again puts his energy into left and right, and you can see left and right I've got some more branches to tie down. Continue with the training. So let me get busy. Talk to you in a few. All right, second tree. You can see where the top 2 here have grown, where I can actually start bending them down and start the espalier process with them. And there's a 3rd one there in the middle trying to grow. We're going to cut that one out. You can see where this one's got a long one coming out towards me. It's got to come off. So the primary one that goes across is the one that we want to grow. Same thing with the 2 little ones growing up here. Those are great examples of what next spring, when they start producing flowers and or fruit, are awesome, because you would get your rows of flowers here, does that make sense? And you would come up here and cut it off. So the fruit tree would put its effort into growing the fruit right here at harvest level. This year, again, I'm not letting them fruit this year. I'm also not letting them branch this year. So those will end up coming off as well. So all the energy goes into growing this branch strong and continuing it down. It's 7 feet on each side. So let me get busy. Something actually snapped the bottom wire here, so I gotta walk over to the workshop and get some additional wire so I can restring that. I don't know what ran into it, but it was something heavy enough to bust 14 gauge wire. All right, talk to you in a few. All right, that one's all pruned back, tied up, the way it should be. This one is no longer sticking straight up. Those 2 have been tied down the way they're supposed to be. It has also been pruned, so it's just left and right. Things that you didn't get to see, this is where the break was in the wire, and it was the wire, not where it was twisted and attached, the wire itself. There was also a trail here that I could see when I was trimming the grass back, where a critter was using it as a walking path. So the cages here were around the tree when it first started growing, because I didn't want the deer to eat the baby tree. The deer can't eat down to the nub now, and I tend to keep the cage on the back side of it, just to keep anything from coming to the back side and eating it. Just shits and giggles, for easiest way to say it. But on this one, I've gone ahead and moved it down here, so the critter has to go around. Does that make sense? It's got to go around. It cannot just run here anymore. And then blue streamers to try and help, deter it from wanting to go here. So we'll see if that works or not. Again, long term, my edging will go up this way and around. I will have one of my electric fences around here to keep the critters just completely out of it. It's just not necessary at this moment. I don't let them fruit, and neither the deer nor the squirrels want to eat the soft wood or the leaves. So anyway, we're done. And it's getting warm, I can feel it. Yeah. Going in the house, go take a shower, have some lunch, do all the good stuff. So, Miss Panda and I, she's already found a shady spot. We'll talk to you later. Just as one of those quickie last minute videos, add to anything. This is my mouse melon or cucamelon, depending upon what you want to call it. Last year I had to go cut all my baby stringers off to get it to produce fruit. You can see that one right there. I'll get the fingers out the way. Yeah, I'm already harvesting fruit. There's one there. There's another one there. I'm in complete opposite of what I was doing last year, which is awesome. I don't mind a little snack out here in the garden. So, just thought I'd share. Talk to you in a few.